I didn't think we dictated any physical play. I thought we had a slow start to tonight's game compared to how we started the other night.
And even with that slow start, do you feel maybe you played a more complete game today? Or?
No, I don't. When you don't play as well as you need to in the first period to get things started, it's never going to be a complete game. But we still gave ourselves a chance there with, battling back and getting those 2 goals in the second. And then, third period, obviously, we have a situation where we're still fighting, trying to get into it. That's why we pulled the goalie so early. We weren't generating a whole bunch, but we needed to with the extra attacker.
Pulling the goalie, was that more about his performance or the team in front of him?
A bit of both. Bit of both.
Well, it seemed to work out as far as Roman's play. I mean, he came in and really made some really quality stops there. I mean, second period gave you at least an opportunity to get back into it.
Yeah, no, he came in and he faced some tough shots early, made the saves. So he was good when we needed him.
What about Gary's game? I mean, statistically, he's got a goal and an assist, but does he? I mean, he's obviously been helpful so far since he's been here.
For sure. Him, Belzile, Thompson. I was playing them together. I split them up tonight. But Gary brings a lot of speed. He's got good skill set. For a smaller guy, he competes really hard. So he's earned his ice time. There's no doubt, and he's shown that in the short time so far that he's a pretty good player.
How disappointing is this, for you to not be successful here at home? I mean, you do okay on the road, but you come home and it's just like not very much left.
Really disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, you try different things. You try to, motivate the group, reinstill some of the fundamental things that we continually work on. We get scored on the other night at the end of the first, opposed to going in 2-0, we go in 2-1. Tonight we get scored on again at the end of the period with 24 seconds left, and situations where we had the puck, where we had, could manage the game better at that time, and it's fighting us.
Yeah. Playing Rantanen in the middle is, of course, a necessity at this point. But how do you feel about his performance at that position?
Well, you know what? His offensive skills speak for themselves. I mean, he's a big, strong guy down low. He knows where he's going. He's got to work on the defensive side of things. He's still finding his way that way. As a winger turned center, you spend a lot more time being down low in your own zone opposed to along the boards. And sometimes there's lost coverage and switches and things that go on. So we've been working with him on that. He's got a ways to go that way. Face-offs were an issue tonight for us, not just Mikko, but everybody. I think we were about 34%. So not starting with the puck very much.
Do you think that's something that the organization might want him to do in the long term, or is that more just an immediate fix for this team now?
No, it's an experiment moving forward to see where he might fit in their picture, whether it's on the wing, whether it's in the middle. So we've had lots of discussion about it, and with where we're at, we said, you know what, we're going to play him there pretty much the rest of the year, let him see how he adapts to it, and then go from there.
What tonight's special teams kind of hit and miss? The power play's been working for you, and then tonight nothing from them, but the penalty kill did a good job.
Yeah, penalty kill was good. Our breakout on the power play, we had trouble entering the zone, either under control or getting pucks back once we dumped them. And I don't know why the case was with that. We changed a couple things on it mid-game just because we were having difficulties, but we didn't spend a lot of quality zone time on the PP. We were always one and going back to break it out again.
What was the difference on the penalty kill? Because that's been a struggle there.
Well, we were aggressive. There's certain nights where obviously guys are able to get in lanes better than they do on other nights, and that's something that the consistency part that we have to continue to focus on, because it's, as a penalty killer, you're trying to outwork the power play, and you got to keep your shift short. You got to be able to take passing lanes away, get in lanes, and certain nights it's been good, and other nights it hasn't.
How How do you feel like the group's communication is at this point? I heard them talking a lot on the penalty kill to each other on the ice. Maybe some of the success came from that. And
Well, that's a great question because that's something we've harped on for the last 3 months. Of we need more communication, more so 5-on-5. They do it on a penalty kill, and then we get 5-on-5 and we get in our D zone. If we spend any sort of time in the zone, then all of a sudden everybody goes quiet, and it's an area that game's a lot easier when you have a second set of eyes, and we need to realize that.
I know it is what it is as far as the losing streak and whatever, but it's not like you're getting blown out of the building either. I mean, it's in one goal games, 2 goal games. I mean, it just seems like minor things.
There's little detail things that we aren't doing, and when you're in a funk like this, it can spiral out of control in a hurry, and you got to work your way out of it, and you got to, that game management that I'm talking about is, anytime we go in that in between periods the other night up 2-0, it's a different feel than what it was, and then we came out a little flat in the second, and then tonight same thing. You get down, and when you should be coming out of the period 1-0, saying, okay, we had a slow start, and instead we're down 2-0.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.